Hey Vin,
And
what can you say about the small plane that crashed in Nampa, Idaho?
well, this actually hits really close to home for me because I have a lot of flight time in not only this specific make and model, but this specific year of manufacture. So this was a 1984 Mooney M20J that on July 27th at 5:40 local time departed Nampa Municipal Airport in Idaho. I'm looking at some of the initial reports and, of course, the ADS-B data, and the entire flight seemed to last about a minute. So, the Mooney M20J is a higher performance aircraft. It was operating out of an airport that was at about 2,400 feet above sea level, and it was a hot day, so that puts the density altitude at just over about 5,000 feet. That means that the plane is going to act as if it were flying 5,000 feet above sea level or 5,000 feet in the air. So the performance is going to be slightly degraded. It's going to climb more slowly. It's going to stall at a higher airspeed. The ADS-B data shows that it reached an altitude of about 340 feet above the ground before it began a left turn, and the last ADS-B data point shows it descending at about 3,000 feet a minute. So there's really not enough information to tell why it did what it did, but it seems like it might be a stall spin situation. So whether or not they had engine trouble and tried to make a U-turn back to the airfield, or for whatever reason made a mistake and stalled the airplane, it seems like it stall spun and nose dove into the ground. So with propeller driven airplane, I think we've touched on this before, there are a lot of what are called left turning tendencies. The torque of the engine, what's called P factor, spiraling slipstream, gyroscopic precession, all these things in a propeller driven airplane want to make the plane inherently turn to the left. So as you approach a stall, most times you'll see in a propeller driven airplane when the aircraft stalls that it will brake to the left and the nose will slice down violently through the horizon. And it seems to me like that's what happened here. Again, I don't know for what reason. To my knowledge, it was a family, a husband and a wife, presumably, and their young son. Any loss of life is tragic, but this just is devastating. And we won't know, obviously, until the NTSB does their job. But, initial reports indicate to me that it most likely stalled and spun into the ground.
Thanks, Pilot Vinny.
You're welcome.